What if I told you some of Egypt's most powerful rulers were systematically erased from history? Not because they were cruel or incompetent, but because they were women who dared to rule as kings. Imagine building magnificent temples, leading successful military campaigns, and bringing prosperity to your kingdom, only for your successor to spend decades trying to erase every trace of your existence. This wasn't random vandalism, it was calculated erasure. The most famous victim? Hatshepsut, who ruled not as queen, but as pharaoh for 20 prosperous years. Her stepson couldn't bear that history would remember a woman's success. She even wore the ceremonial false beard to appear more legitimate in a world that couldn't imagine a female king. Her magnificent temple still stands today, but for centuries, no one knew who built it. Her statues were smashed, her name gouged out, her images replaced with those of male relatives. The erasure was so complete that historians didn't even know she existed until the 19th century. What other female rulers might still be hidden, their achievements credited to men? Hatshepsut wasn't even the first. Queen Sobekneferu ruled Egypt 300 years earlier. But we have only 7 known statues of her, most broken, and scant mentions in king lists. Was her legacy also deliberately diminished because she dared to rule without a male counterpart? And what about the beautiful Nefertiti? Did she rule as pharaoh after her husband's death? Some evidence suggests she may have ruled as Pharaoh Neferneferuaten, but much of the Amarna period was later systematically erased, another chapter of female rule potentially wiped from history. Think about it. We know of fewer than 10 possible female pharaohs across 3,000 years of Egyptian history. Is this the truth or the result of history's most successful erasure campaign? Even Cleopatra, the last pharaoh, is remembered more for her romances than her rule. Her image transformed by Roman propaganda from brilliant multilingual ruler who maintained Egypt's independence into a seductive temptress who used her body to gain power. What terrified these men so much about female rule that they'd spend vast resources destroying monuments, rewriting inscriptions, and erasing names from official records? Was it fear, religious belief, or something deeper? Egyptians believed in Ma'at, cosmic order. A woman ruling as king threatened this order. Female pharaohs weren't just political anomalies, they were existential threats to the universe itself. How would you maintain power in a world that denied your very right to exist? Hatshepsut's solution was brilliant. She gradually transformed her image from queen regent to full pharaoh, eventually being depicted with the traditional male body of a king while maintaining her female identity. In inscriptions, she was referred to as His Majesty, but with feminine grammatical markers, a linguistic paradox that allowed her to rule while acknowledging her true identity. And she succeeded brilliantly. Under her rule, Egypt prospered through trade rather than war. She launched the famous expedition to Punt, bringing back exotic goods and plants never before seen in Egypt. Her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari remains one of ancient Egypt's most impressive monuments, a testament to her vision and the prosperity of her reign. Yet 20 years after her death, the erasure began. Her stepson Thutmose III ordered her name removed from monuments, her statues destroyed, and her achievements credited to her father or himself. It was as if she had never existed. For 3,000 years, this erasure worked. Only in the 19th century did archaeologists begin piecing together the truth that one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs had been deliberately removed from history. What does it say about power when success must be erased rather than celebrated? Hatshepsut wasn't alone. Queen Tusret ruled as the last pharaoh of the 19th dynasty, but her monuments were usurped and her tomb reused by her successor. Queen Neferneferuaten, possibly Nefertiti ruling under a new name, had her cartouches systematically replaced. Queen Meritneith's tomb was so grand archaeologists initially assumed she must have been a king. How many more female pharaohs might we discover as technology advances? How many women's achievements lie hidden beneath the chisel marks of threatened men? The erasure continues to this day, just in different forms. Even now, female pharaohs receive a fraction of the attention given to their male counterparts in history books. Hatshepsut's achievements are often reduced to footnotes, while Ramses II gets chapters. Cleopatra is remembered as a seductress, rather than the shrewd ruler who spoke 9 languages and maintained Egypt's independence through brilliant diplomatic maneuvering. Would you recognize the name Hatshepsut if you visited her temple today? What's most chilling is that these erasures nearly worked. If not for the persistence of archaeologists and historians, these powerful women might have remained forever lost to history. The truth is, we don't know how many female pharaohs actually ruled Egypt. The evidence of their existence was literally chiseled away, their names scratched out, their faces smashed. Every discovery raises new questions. If these powerful women were so thoroughly erased, what other parts of history have been manipulated? Whose stories are we not hearing? The story of Egypt's female pharaohs isn't just about ancient history. It's about how power protects itself, how success can be erased, and how difficult it is to piece together the truth once it's been shattered. Yet, despite everything, despite the systematic destruction, despite millennia of erasure, these women refused to disappear completely. Their power was too great, their achievements too magnificent to be fully erased. Like detectives solving ancient crimes, archaeologists continue to uncover evidence of these extraordinary women who defied convention, seized power, and ruled successfully, only to have men try to erase them from history. How many other powerful women have been erased from our history books? The greatest revenge against those who tried to erase these women is to remember them now, to speak their names, to celebrate their achievements, to acknowledge the truth of their power. Hatshepsut, Sobekneferu, Nefertiti, Tusret, Cleopatra, Meritneith, Neferneferuaten. Names that were meant to be forgotten, now remembered. Women who ruled not as queens, but as kings. Their stories challenge everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt and force us to question what other truths might be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered. The erasure of female pharaohs isn't just ancient history, it's a warning about how easily truth can be manipulated, how thoroughly power can rewrite the past, and how important it is to question the history we've been taught. After 3,500 years, these extraordinary women are finally reclaiming their rightful place in history. The question is, what other powerful women are still waiting to be rediscovered? Comment below with which female pharaoh's story you want to hear next. History tried to erase them. Let's make sure they're never forgotten again.